family, and welcome back to another reading with Tiffany's Tarology. I think the best thing for me moving forward is going to be recording the videos directly after the Instagram videos. All of these cards were pre-shuffled, pre-cleansed, and laid out for the Instagram post, but now they are going to be turned into a YouTube long-form content for those who want to dive a little bit deeper into the content. So this new moon in Virgo has been a doozy, and I think the biggest thing for me has been trying to find the balance in this new moon being a new start, but a lot of that old rubbish and old drama still being attached to us during this season because of all the retrogrades. So what we've got here to start with is we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Emperor. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands. And lastly, for our tarot cards, we have the High Priestess. So I typically will pick anywhere between 6 to 9 cards. And essentially I read them as kind of an unraveling story. So we'll start with the cards, and then I'll get to your oracle, which we did pull from the Moonology deck, as well as one of my newer decks that I really like, called the Oracle of the Angels. So we have some angel messages as well that we'll jump into. All right. So what I'm seeing here basically is that with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, there may have been some bad luck, bad timing, situations seeming like they're falling apart at this time. And this new moon is putting us back into the driver's seat. And I'm seeing that mostly because of the Emperor card and the High Priestess card being here, and the Knight of Wands, honestly. There are some powerful cards that are in the upright position and some low energy cards that are in the reverse. So with the Wheel of Fortune again being in the reverse, as well as that Six of Pentacles, your physical world might be going through some upset, whether that's financially, you've lost some money, maybe your business is going under, or you're not making as much money as you usually do. Maybe you're actually changing careers. There's been some politics that have been unfair at the workplace, or you're just not getting paid adequately. Your life is out of balance in partnerships. There's something that has been out of whack, and that Wheel of Fortune is always going to be a positive card. So what I want you to think about is, although the tides are seeming to be turned in the wrong direction, that Wheel of Fortune will eventually go in the upright position. There's just a little bit of resistance that you're meeting right now, but it's not going to be a permanent situation. The Emperor card is telling you to step more boldly into your power. If you're in a situation where the dichotomy or the dynamics of the relationship are highly affected by that partner, or highly affected by that business undertaking not going the way that you want, kind of pause, take a moment to reevaluate what you're going through, and start to understand that you have a lot more power than you probably realize. And what I'm seeing with these claws kind of around the the Emperor's neck is there is also this kind of earthy, strong, kind of like carnivorous masculine energy that you need to kind of uphold, whether that's standards, boundaries, blocking people, stepping more into your power, taking out that loan, whatever it is that you're going to need to do to be like, hey, I am in charge. I'm large and in charge. That's what you're going to have to do to kind of turn this wheel in the right direction. I'm seeing a little bit of impatience as well with the Eight of Wands in the wrong direction, or in the reverse position, should I say. The Eight of Wands in the upright is going to mean that things are moving forward, information's coming in, travel could be happening, but there's positive momentum. When we see this in the reverse position, there's negative momentum. Maybe you're feeling like things are not progressing and you're feeling impatient, and when is the next thing going to happen, and when is the ball going to drop, and how is all this going to get done? And Spirit wants you to just understand this is a time for you to just slow things down, iron out the details, don't go so quickly that you might miss things, and reel it back in, because it's going to be okay, but it just requires that kind of fresh look and view of the situation from a slowed down perspective. And sometimes when things in our lives are moving a little bit slower than we would like, we often get frustrated, but we don't look at the positives of what if by the slowness of this process, you benefit in the long run because you didn't miss out on things, or you didn't, there was maybe some fine details that you would have overlooked, or some unnecessary money that you would have spent. But I'm also really feeling led to tell you guys to just make sure you're standing up for yourself. If you're working alongside other people in a business situation, especially, I'm not really feeling romantic partnerships, but this could be also romantic partnerships that are out of whack. There is this need for you to kind of assert yourself. The High Priestess is here to let me know that you are going to be led by your guides, by your inner knowing, by your intuition through this process. Reflect on what it is that you're hearing your guides say, what you're being told to do, because it is going to make a difference in the long run. Your guides are here to help. Your inner knowing is always going to guide you where you need to go. And sometimes our inner knowing tells us, hey, you're going through some fluctuations right now, but don't get stuck on those fluctuations. Things are going to work out in their divine purpose and divine timing. The Knight of Wands here is letting me know also that this is definitely still a good time to move forward with these endeavors, with this prosperity project, with this job, with this relocation, with this relationship. So things are still supposed to move forward, but you have to step into the limelight. You have to be the one to kind of carry the torch. If you've been kind of sitting back a little bit more quietly, more silently, not diving into the situation or situations in your life the way that you should, Spirit is saying, take the lead. I really feel that, like, take your power back. If someone's been trying to pull you away from what you want to do, maybe you're feeling a little bit disillusioned, things of that nature, take that power back. We got the full moon in Aquarius card, and it says, be real. This is talking about being real with yourself. There's a person sitting at the bank of a river and they're filling up their cup. And it's like, if you don't have what you need to have in this moment to fill your own cup, how can you move forward in these endeavors and situations anyways? So Spirit is saying, fill your own cup back, fill your own cup first. Step into that power, reinvigorate yourself, and then move forward. You're not going to be able to help anyone else if you can't help yourself. It also says last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. So you're being asked to let go of all of the stressors, the drama, the negative thoughts, the self-limiting beliefs, the self-doubts, and how this whole process is working forward. And the new moon is going to give you that ability to, like, step back into, I can do this. I can get through this. Like, do whatever you need to do to meditate, go sit near water, go to your favorite place, spend time with friends, journal, to kind of get out of this negative flow and into the positive flow. And I kind of laugh how this portion of the deck is all reversed and this portion of the deck is all upright. So there's this dichotomy right now. And Spirit is showing me a lot of mental anguish, anxiety, stressors. Pull it away and pull it apart. Restructure what it is that you're thinking about and think more deeply about, okay, what is this actually teaching me or telling me? And that's where this card kind of falls in with the new moon in Scorpio, where it says go deeper. There's often this period of time that we have to go through in our lives where we have to go deeper than we've ever been to understand why things had to go the way that they had to go before they could get better. This card, when I was reading the description, is all about refinding that balance and structure and taking your power back again. It keeps coming up in this reading that this new moon is gonna really be about taking your power back from situations that have depleted you. You have to go deeper, see the true meaning, the underlying cause, connect with your higher self, and then ultimately move forward. It's not gonna be easy to do that all the time, but ultimately it's what you're going to have to do to get through this. And the new moon is giving us that extra, like, push and willpower to power through the injustice of this all and get through it. Ultimately, this card is showing us here from our angels that there's an opportunity that is coming in. And it's almost like everything is working against you for this opportunity to actually take fruit, to happen, to move forward. But don't be discouraged by the chatter, because the opportunity is there. Some success, movement forward, positive momentum, good fortune is on its way. Again, with the power, there is this need for you to kind of break through the limits, break through your own mental limitations, and break through other people trying to stifle you at this time, and reinstitute boundaries and remember who you are. You are so powerful at this time, and this new moon is going to show you just how powerful you are. Sometimes though, I don't think that we can often see, oh, I'm messing up my cards. We can't always see the need to really kind of walk into our power though until things start to fall apart. So a lot of the times the universe, spirit, the divine, God will allow things to come into our lives to kind of like shake us up. And the card I pulled for my community at Tiffany's Tarology, if you guys want to follow me, today was the Tower card. And there's a lot of drama and dishevelment and just illusions and wool being pulled over your eyes right now. But you have to work through it. There is a benefit in the long term. Spirit wants you to remember to have fun, to be lighthearted, to take everything one step at a time, to connect back with that inner child and your inner knowing that, you know, life does get hard, but when we're kids, we don't really see things as they truly are. There's this naivety that we have. That is what Spirit wants you to focus on during this new moon. It's like, even when the world around you is up in flames and you can't figure out what's left or what's right, or why you're being taken advantage of, and how in the world do I listen to my intuition and get my power back, just let it all be. It kind of goes back to the clear your mind card that we had. That person's just sitting there kind of overlooking that valley and reflecting on the good things, and this child is playing near a riverbed, you know, sitting down with birds just coming up and frolicking. There's this need to let go of the stresses and just understand that we are going to go through things, but we have to still remember that life is still good. Life is still worth living. Don't let these things overpower you. You step into your power more and more each day. And the last card we got is initiation. This was super powerful to me because initiations are sometimes the hardest processes to go through. When I was in college, I remember initiation always was about like the sororities and the fraternities initiating new members in through like a hazing process. And I'm not saying that Spirit is hazing us, but a lot of the times when you go through spiritual initiations, it is to level up. And it's like, if you can continue to build your inner self up, build your psyche, continue to love, continue to build, continue to be your truest and best and honest self, listen to your intuition, you are going to be going up this staircase. It has like the colors of the chakras. As you kind of go forward, you're going to be healing through this process, through this initiatory event in your life. And it's going to get you to see your power, to see your strength, to see who you truly are, and to be able to walk more boldly into this next bigger and better part of your life that this new moon is going to bring in. So I want to leave you guys with that. It's such a beautiful reading, but it's hardcore though. There's a lot of reverses. There's a lot of, you know, kind of taking the hits and having to continue to move forward in spite of those hits. So if this resonates, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys have been going through. If this message is resonating, maybe let me know how. Like, are there some things that you've been working through recently in relationships? Are you changing jobs? Are you working with business partners and things are out of whack? Like, what's been going on in your life? Leave them in the comments. And again, if you want to follow me for kind of more short form content, keeping up with our community, follow me at Tiffany's Tarology on Instagram, and we will see you at the next reading. Bye guys.